Good morning, everybody. Got Cody Ashmore bringing you the plan of attack for January 31st. All right, let's get this done the right way this time. This is about my third time to record this thing. For whatever reason, the first few times I was recording it, I couldn't hear myself, but I was picking up someone's radio. The hackers are onto me, and if you're listening, I wouldn't do it. um, okay, so back to business. All right, so plan of attack today. Um, Believe it or not, well, today I'm actually considering doing a 0 DTE Iron Condor, and I'll discuss what I'm looking at, but there are a few things, caveats, and things to be aware of before placing on. I will discuss strikes I'm looking at doing, but the strikes are going to adjust based at time of entry. And now talking about all that, I need to bring up Forex Factory. Right, before we get started, let's talk about economic news. The only thing today that I am concerned about or keeping me patient before entering into a position is going to be consumer confidence. I'll get a different color for you. So, consumer confidence. And I don't think the Chicago PMI is really going to have too much impact, though I could be wrong because this market does whatever it wants. Okay, main things. So, main thing is to take note of from this is I am not entering a trade until 30 minutes after the open. Okay, because this is on Eastern time right here. So 30 minutes after the open, I'm sitting on my hands. And what happens from there will be dependent upon what unfolds. Okay, so for today, also what I want to say, if you're unaware, I did a trade recap over the plan of attack yesterday and the trade actually taken. I'm going to go ahead and have that pop at the top of your screen right now. And if you wish to watch that recap, by all means, check it out. If not, hey, no pressure. It just helps you get a feel for how I'm doing things. Okay, so I like to forecast how I expect today's candle to close. All right, so we have FOMC statement tomorrow. The question is at the moment is, do we chop sideways into FOMC statement? Do we sell off into FOMC statement, or do we rally into FOMC statement? I know that's like three different ways it can go, and quite honestly, it is what it is. The way I am anticipating, based off of price action, we did rally up into this HVA level. I've talked about it a bajillion times. Bearish outlook yesterday played off. Now today, we came right down to this high value area, high volume area, whatever you wish to call it. I have it marked off with some triangles here. I made the orange like the peak, and then the pink. Sorry, the peak of the HVA is orange, and then the pink. I didn't intentionally do that. I made it the width of it. All that being said, we came right down to it and bounced perfectly right off of monthly point of control. It was a clean buy. I did scalp a few ES futures contracts off of it, and I'll show that here in a minute. But all that being said, what if today, since the statements, this hold as support, but we don't close green? So what if it's just a day like this? That's kind of how I'm viewing it right now, but we'll see. So I'll be looking for a 0 DTE Iron Condor. Now let's zoom in a little bit. Let's talk about HVAs, volume profiles, and how and where they at. So over here on the left side, it was a very clean buy. So this yellow line right here, I'll change my color. Yellow line right here is point of control. Price sold off down into point of control. As you can see right here, this is why I highlight it so I can look at it on larger time frame, or sorry, smaller time frames. Got signals go long, and boom, we got the pop. As of right now, the weekly point of control is at 440. The question is, do we come up here, kind of stall around, and potentially even roll back down, but not go below this level? But in here is the daily point of control is up here at 440 as well, which makes sense considering the weekly point of control is actually, that doesn't make sense because this is for the week, and then this is just for the overnight session. So all that being said, both point of controls are at the same spot. Very interesting for the day. So basically what I'm getting at is I'm not anticipating, I could be completely wrong, that we take out this low, but I don't also think we rally and take out the highs. So that's what I'm thinking, Iron Condor-ish. And also a few other factors on that is Bring up my other chart. There it is. Okay. So we have, if we look at the larger time frame, my 30-minute chart over here, we have HVA level, or not even HVA, it's the monthly point of control, right? But I just put HVA down here. Cool. Big volume support. We have the 8 and 5 EMA and the skyline as resistance. So we have some resistance levels to get above to go bullish. We have some volume support to get below to go bearish. So that has me leading to doing Iron Condor. That's the main reason. All right, so now how do we pick our strikes? What are we going to want to do? For me, there's a few things to acknowledge. And this is on ES. I'll be trading out on SPX, but you can only plan off of ES, and that's why it's going to take a little bit further evaluation once the open occurs. So go to today's expiration. The expected move is roughly 30 points. And so if we go 30 points from where we are now, so roughly we'll call it 40.60 all the way up here, which is pretty close to the hourly third ATR and this quant pivot up here at 470. But we also have, so expect to move at the moment about 460, and it lines up perfectly with the hourly third ATR near this quant pivot here. So we have overhead resistance, right? So in order for us to get all the way up there, we're gonna have to get through all this mess, which we can, but it's just something to think about. Or if we do go through all that and make it like this, boop, 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 which works out well for Iron Condor. Forgive my sound effects. So expect to move up here about 40.60, quant pivot up here further outside at the third ATR. And this is the daily quant pivots. And then down here at the bottom, you can see how we have L1, which is below the point of control and the hourly third ATR. And so if you think about it, you can structure it however you wish. Like I said, it's going to have to wait to see how things are pushing. But I like the idea of doing Iron Condor kind of based outside of these daily quant pivots, which are perfectly outside the hourly third ATR. And you can see historically the ES closes within L1 and H1, which is these levels, almost 60% of the time. So not only that, we also have a lot of different tools to help us manage and let us know if and when it's a good time to enter. So that's kind of what I'm looking at as far as 0DT Iron Condor goes. I did have the strikes pulled up on Tastyworks a second ago, but due to the hackers, I did have to restart my computer and whatnot. But that's it. So basically, I'm looking at playing the expected move, but having a little bit more. I want to bring the top end down. And what I mean by top end down, so actually here, okay, I got it up now. And this is just ES, right? Like I said, I'll be doing SPX. Actually, let's move this over here. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at basically 4,000 on the put side, and I want to make it wide because Iron Condor, I want that theta to be sucked up quick. So I'll look at doing probably 25 wide. Okay. And then what about the upside? The expected move was 30 points. 30 points up to here, put us about 55. And we can push it a little bit. It really depends how much high. And I'm okay with bringing it lower. And the reason I'm okay with bringing it lower is because there's a lot of overhead resistance. So if we were to bring it lower to 40, I'm okay with 40.60. Let's see what 40.60 gives us. And it really depends where the market's at after it opens. 40.60, 25 wide. Boom. Okay. So we get $6.75 a credit. For one position, it is a max profit of 338 with a max loss of 900. But I'll be doing this Drummer Freestyle. The 3 times the credit received is a stop loss. Just looking for that premium to go ahead and decay out is the plan. So that's what it's looking like now. I mean, so selling a Delta 19 and a Delta 24, skewing it based off of the levels that are unfolding in front of us. So quick recap, point of control, looking for that volume support, and we have L1 outside the hourly third ATR. Other one, to the upside, we have these moving averages and a skyline to hold price down for us. And you also see it's kind of was resistance there as well. And that was 40.60, which is slightly below here. So I'm okay with giving a little bit, bring in the top end down some, simply because there is a lot of resistance that's going to have to get through from here to all of this stuff. So that's why I'm okay with that, but we'll see. But I'm going to be patient. I am waiting till 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to put this trade on. But that's my plan of attack for today. 0 DTE Iron Condor. Let those condors fly, if that's a thing. But anyways, have an awesome day, everybody. Hope you found this video helpful. And I will check y'all out again. Actually, not tomorrow. I won't be able to do a plan of attack tomorrow. Got to get on a plane going to Austin tomorrow. Got some simpler stuff going on. All right, y'all have an awesome day, and I'll catch y'all again on Thursday. Take care.